Okay, folks, a topic that we get hit with quite often is intermittent fasting. Now, a lot of people get afraid of the name fasting, the term fasting. You fast when you sleep. In fact, the first meal of the day, as everyone knows, breakfast is break fast because you're fasting while you're sleeping. So, a plan out there that a lot of people in the health industry use is they do intermittent fasting. They wake up in the morning, and a lot of them, probably like 70% of the people who fast, they try not to eat as long as possible. If you can make it till lunchtime or after lunch, you do your body a world of good. Now, here's what your body does when it fasts. Your body goes into what's called autophagy, okay? And the later stages, the better. So the longer you can let this go, the better it is for you. But what that means is autophagy is your body eating itself. Your cells, your mitochondria, look into your cells and all the little pieces, including cancer and everything else. Whatever they see, if it's dying and it's not doing well, they kill it off or they recycle it. It cleans you. That's what intermittent fasting can do for you. And longer term fasting, if you can do a 2-day fast once a month, a world of good you do for yourself. People have done wonders even fighting cancer by fasting and using that as an addition to chemo and everything else that the medical establishment does. Just a quick disclaimer, before you do anything, you should consult with your physician. We all know the story with that, but just play it safe. We have to tell you that because it's just good sense to consult with your physician on any changes on diet and medical procedures and anything else. I'm not telling you about any medical procedures. I'm just going to give you some very simple advice on what to do to help you with fasting in a simple way. All right, now there's a guy named Dave Asprey who is the founder of biohacking. He's got a site that you can check out if you want to go deeper into this. Just go to daveasprey.com or just type into your search engine, Dave Asprey Fasting. And this page will pop up. You'll have 9 intermittent fasting podcast episodes that'll help you get started. All right, now, so that you don't have to watch all these podcasts, there are fanatics out there, like myself, who listen to podcasts constantly. I go on 3-4 walks a day. I listen to hours worth of podcasts so you don't have to. So here's what they'll tell you. If you can stop eating at 6 or 7 p.m. at night, at latest, you add the hours up between that time and when you go to sleep, and when you wake up in the morning, you are into fasting. Your body is cleaning itself out. But a lot of people out there, they wake up and now it's early morning and maybe you're gonna start to get hungry. It's because you're programmed that way. You know, everyone used to say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Bull! It is the least important meal of the day. It's a meal that you want to avoid. Now, of course, you adjust this for your own schedule. If you work at nights or have a different schedule, then you know what I'm getting at. But now you make it to the morning, okay? It's 8 o'clock in the morning and now you're hungry. Here's what you do. You can defeat your hunger and add to your fast by having some coffee. You put in your coffee a little MCT oil. And if you're really, really hungry, here's what you do. You add a thing called pre-biotic fiber. It's a little trick. All the health nuts and gurus, they all seem to know it. And the information is getting out there little by little. So that's what I'm here to do. Take all their information on products and what you need, put it all together for you, and I'm going to give you the actual products. Now, just so you know, I don't make any money from any of this. This is just to help you. And in return, you help other people. That's what makes me feel good. The more people who we help, the better. And bottom line is, the longer you go without eating in the morning, if you can make it to the afternoon, that's intermittent fasting. If you can make it even later, it's even better. And I'm going to tell you how to do it. All right, now there's a product out there called Pre-Biotic Fiber. All right, here's the one that I get. Let's see if it's the same one brand here. Pre-Biotic powder, Pre-Biotic fiber, same thing. I don't know the company. It's the third product I've tried. It's just the one that I'm using at the moment. There are a few others you could also use. But the bottom line here is, here's what it does for you. As Dr. Gundry would tell you, if you ever watch any of his podcasts, you have gut buddies in your intestines that are basically in charge of your whole body and your hunger. This prebiotic fiber, it looks like sand, but you put it in your coffee, it dissolves right in, and it feeds your gut buddies. So you're feeding your body, but you're not adding any calories, you're not hurting yourself in any way, and your body is basically tricked because your gut buddies are fed, and they continue to spew out all the hormones and chemicals and everything else that you need, while at the same time, your body's tackling your fat. That's what prebiotic fiber is for. You want it. Put it in your coffee. You add that with a little MCT oil. MCT oil, for those of you who don't know, goes right to your liver. Gives you instant energy in 15, 20 minutes. Because MCT, assuming you get MCT 8 or 10, 8 is the best one, by the way. And you need MCT. Reason I'm telling you this is all the gurus out there, they all tell you, oh, just put MCT oil in your coffee. Well, through trial and error, I learned the hard way. I bought MCT 6 the first time out. Oh my God, you don't want to buy MCT 6. Guess what happened to me? I'm in the bathroom. You get evacuated, if you understand what I mean. Diarrhea. No MCT 6. But the gurus don't tell you that. They just tell you, go get MCT oil. Okay, so next up, me as a moron, not knowing, I bought MCT 12. Another bad idea. I tested it for days. And I kept wondering and researching. I'm like, why isn't this working? I'm not getting energy from this damn thing. Well, after hours of watching all these damn podcasts, I finally found someone who said, no, MCT oil, yes, it's fantastic, but you need only 8 or 10. MCT 8, MCT 10, the number after the MCT is for carbon molecules. You see, the trick of this is MCT 12 is too large. It has to be digested, which means it takes 4 hours to go through your system, and you're adding calories, which is the opposite of what you want for fasting. So here's the trick. MCT 8 and MCT 10. Just so you know, I've bought both products, and I've bought a combo product, MCT 8 and 10. In fact, here's the one I'm using right now, which I shouldn't use because it has MCT 10. The best one is MCT 8, okay? That's the bottom line. But here, MCT oil, 8 and 10, medium chain triglycerides. Now, the reason I'm still using it is because I'm freaking becoming diesel right now. I'm doing fantastic. And you want to laugh? I'm going to make you laugh too, and that's what this podcast is for. All right? Here, watch. There's a little joke I go to people. I go like this. Watch this. 54 years old. Can you even see my little abs? 54! I was 240 pounds just 5 months ago. I'm getting in shape. I'm getting diesel. All right? Because I devour all these gurus out there. So I'm never going to be a guru. But through trial and error of all these products, I'm here to help you. Learn from my mistakes. All right? I've made a lot of them. So anyway, with MCT oil, we're going to go into this now. MCT oils, they're not all alike. All right? Here's how I was fooled originally. I just thought MCT oil, yay. Wrong. MCT 12. It's the opposite of what you want. because here's what MCT oil does for your body. MCT oil provides you with energy because it goes right to your liver. If you get MCT 8 or 10 is the secret, not this, because it has 12. All right, so say goodbye to that. Now here's one of the products I used to get, and it's the next one I'm about to use when this bottle runs out. But it's superior to MCT 8 and 10 because 10 is a little bit less than the 8. MCT C8, the best. It goes right to your liver and it creates ketones. You're in a ketonic state. And if you couple that with coffee, the caffeine in the coffee multiplies your ketone by like a factor of 3. No bull. So you're revved up. So early in the morning, you wake up 8 o'clock in the morning, you're now hungry, you have a coffee with a little MCT 8 in it. And if you're really, really hungry, you throw in the prebiotic fiber. In 5 minutes, not only are you not hungry, but you are revving up. In 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're powered up. So really fast, let me have you listen to Dave Asprey on this. You're gonna like this. I love Dave Asprey.
Impressive.
We're going to take C10 off. C10 cannot be stored as fat. It doesn't raise ketones nearly as much as C8, which is the one I've been recommending since I started writing about this stuff in 2011. So C8, 5 years after I started, I can feel the difference. Studies came out at UC San Diego that showed C8 raises ketones way more than anything else. And both C8 and C10 cannot be stored as fat. C6 won't be stored as fat because you'll shit it out. And C12 will be stored as fat. So basically, the MCTs that I would recommend using can only be metabolized for energy. They don't go into fat. So that's pretty cool, right? And then you're saying, okay, what about the other calories? You need a teaspoon of butter in order to get the molecular changes in the water. That's what, 36 calories or something? And you can...
Okay, let's touch on that. Now, he's talking about ghee and the bulletproof method, because the coffee that you can get, if you get bulletproof coffee and his old method, it's his company that he used to be in charge of. He sold off. The man's made hundreds of millions of dollars, by the way, with bulletproof coffee. You could buy it in supermarkets now. But his plan is doing everything that I just said and mixing some ghee in, which, if you put it in a blender for like a minute, it doesn't add to your calories, even though ghee is butter. All right, but we won't even go there yet. You don't even have to go near that. All right, we'll touch on that on a later podcast. You don't even have to put the butter. You don't have to feel unsafe of using that. You do this with the simple MCT oil, with the prebiotic fiber, and your coffee. Now you're not hungry. Now you're doing great. And for those of you who look on the bottle of MCT oil and see all the calories, I don't care if it said 5,000 calories. Your body is not digesting it. That's the point. MCT oil, if you get the 8 or 10 for the lesser extent, but get 8, it goes right to your liver, like I said, creates the ketones, makes you a beast. I'm talking 15 minutes, you are feeling it. You are going to be powered up and you want to freaking jump off a building. That's how much power you have. The combination of the caffeine in the coffee with the MCT oil and the prebiotic fiber thrown in, you're not hungry. Okay? So you have your first coffee at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you're not hungry. You're going to make it all the way till 11 now. Have another coffee. You're not hungry. Other people going out for lunch, if you skip your lunch, even better. Oh my God, if you can have another coffee. Now, I wouldn't go crazy and go beyond the 3 coffees because of the caffeine, but you can actually still do this plan and not be hungry. I've gone as far as 3 days. All right, I did one time, I did a 3-day fast. Other people say you should do that every month, but you can do it with this method. Just the trick is don't use caffeinated coffee after 12 to 2 p.m. or so, because it takes 10 hours for the caffeine to leave your system and it could really mess up your sleep. I'm here to tell. And we'll go into sleep on another episode and tips on sleeping, because every single person I've helped with sleeping, they get to sleep very easily. There are some very simple methods out there that I've learned. It took me months to learn, and I'm just going to give it to you. All right, so back to the coffee. Dave Asprey is a man that you need to follow. Okay, go on his podcasts, go on YouTube. The man is great. All right, and he just wants to help. He doesn't need any more money. He doesn't need anything. He's happy. He's fine. He wants, like me, I want you as healthy as possible. Help as many people as possible. Because the more positive energy we let out there, the better this world is. And that's what we're here for. And I'm going to show you a quick clip with Dr. Gundry talking about MCT oil and how it doesn't break your fast. Just in case you need a little extra from a real doctor. This guy, Dr. Gundry, is the renowned heart surgeon of the world. He's done more heart surgeries than anybody. And he's got some really great products. Okay, I use his olive oil. I swear by. And I'll go into olive oil another time.
Are you still fasting if you have coffee with MCT and ghee? How does that affect your liver? Does it technically bring you out of fasting mode? So here's the deal. MCT oil is medium chain triglycerides, sometimes called liquid coconut oil. MCT oil doesn't act like a traditional fat. It's actually taken directly to your liver. And there, for most people, the liver converts it into ketones. Some people mistakenly think that MCT oil is ketones. It's not at all, but it is readily converted into ketones. Ketones can be used by your mitochondria, the little energy organelles in your cells, to burn as fuel actually far more efficiently than sugar and glucose. And so it actually doesn't count against you when you're fasting. On the other hand, ghee or butter does count against you because it's a traditional fat and it's not going to be metabolized the same way. So MCT oil technically doesn't bring you out of fasting mode. What about sardines and extra virgin olive oil? I was eating them almost every day.
All right. I love Gundry. I'm not going to go into details on everything else that he's talking about now, but as you've heard him, MCT oil is not going to affect you breaking your fast. All right, and that's the main point. Now, he also brought up ghee, and I can talk about it now, but we don't want these ultra long videos, so we're not going to go into it. So let's just bottom line this whole thing for you. If you want to fast and you want to do it successfully, it's very simple, very easy to do. Just get yourself some coffee, good coffee preferably. If you can get bulletproof coffee, here's one that I use often. Bulletproof coffee, the original. You can get their, any of their brands. They're really great. Or Dave Asprey actually has a new company called Danger Coffee. Just search that. Danger Coffee, Dave Asprey. Reason that one's so good is because it's chock full of minerals. And we'll go into more details another time. I use Danger Coffee as well. And he's got a good decaf version, which is important. So if you want to lose weight and still be energized at the same time and not be hungry, all right, stop eating at 6 or 7. Wake up in the morning, have a nice cup of coffee with prebiotic fiber in it if you're really, really hungry, and throw some MCT oil in it. 15 minutes, you're energized. You're ready to conquer the world. When you get hungry again at 11 o'clock, 12, sometimes I don't go till 1, 2, have another coffee. All right? At latest, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, stop at the caffeine though. 4 o'clock comes, if you want to extend your fast and help your body clean up even more, because the more hours you go, the cleaner up it's going to be. So if you have any health issues, oh my God, this is going to revitalize your mitochondria, your cells. Literally, it goes to all of the bad parts and says, I'm killing you, I'm eating you, I'm recycling you. It's a cleansing mechanism, autophagy. Look it up. Extend it. Try it yourself. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, you're still not hungry. Now you have a cup of decaf coffee. Same thing. If you're really, really hungry, make sure you put 2 scoops of the prebiotic fiber in it. Now you're not hungry again. A little MCT oil, you're powered up, not hungry, and you're doing great. Just make sure to use the decaf. You can do that. Oh my God, like I said, I've done 3 days of it. You could also, to extend your fast, green tea is fine. Hibiscus tea is fine. If you're a Star Trek fan, Earl Grey is fine. Captain Picard. Earl Grey actually helps you, by the way, in your fast. So all this stuff, include from the caffeine, this multiplies your ketones. You are set. You want to lose weight? Watch how much weight you lose. You can pop 1 pound, 2 pounds a day doing this. Easily. So that's the bottom line, folks. We don't want this video going longer and longer. Stay tuned for the next one. This is Antoni with News Variable. Usually I'm doing lots of politics, but we're going to put all these health ones over at YouTube. All right, peace out.
Thanks for listening to News Variable. You're officially one step closer to shedding the matrix. Be sure to subscribe wherever you heard this podcast so you never miss a future episode. If you enjoyed today's content, please share with others and leave a review. Until next time, this has been News Variable.